Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm gonna be testing out Kylie Cosmetics. And the past of them videos testing Kylie Cosmetics. I can't even talk. I'm sorry, it's allergy season and I'm really congested. But I'm gonna be doing a video testing Kylie Cosmetics. I already said it. And in the past, I've done a video testing out her lip kits, and I really like them. I think they're the best quality and basically the best I've tried on my lips. So I decided to go ahead and get some of her products because I know she has a lot, because she has her makeup line, a multi-millionaire, billionaire, I don't know, like Forbes said. So I decided to go ahead and get some products. Now, Kylie does not have everything for a full face on her website. She does not have foundation, primer. She has concealers. I got a concealer. But she doesn't have foundations or primers or mascaras or anything like that. I actually forgot she had eyeshadow, so I guess we're just not using eyeshadows in this video at all. But I did get everything else, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Primer, as you can see, because I do not have another primer. And I've recently been using sunscreen because it's just been helping my skin a lot. And I think sunscreen is really good, especially to prevent wrinkles, even if you're young. But moving on to the Kylie, I got the Kylie Concealer in Sand. I actually tried shade matching online in the Ulta app, because Ulta has this app where you can like find your shade for foundation, and I did try to shade match, and this was the closest I could get because I was really indecisive between Sand and another shade that I forgot the name. But I ended up going with Sand just to be a little bit safer, because I don't know if whenever you're choosing concealers, you should go with the lighter or the darker. I honestly don't know. This did look a little bit orange on the face when I was using it, and I was like, oh god, this is not gonna work at all. But since we don't have a foundation, I decided to try to like cover most of my face in it and see if I could get it to work like a foundation, get some coverage, and see how the coverage was. So I did apply it under my eyes all the way down to like the tip of my nose and in the forehead, and some pimples I had, because I don't like a lot of foundation or concealer in my forehead. It just feels really cakey. And right now I was really indecisive because of the color and the way it was looking, so I just decided to go in with an e.l.f. sponge. That's why my face was like, oh god, this is not working, this is the wrong shade, looks super bad. But honestly, at the end, it didn't even look that bad. It actually did like blend into the skin. And I didn't know this, but I found out because I was looking at a video last time, and most concealers oxidize, and I didn't know this. So means that if it's lighter, it's most likely gonna get darker after it dries. So don't worry about it. Or if it's too dark, it's honestly gonna get darker. So that's the point where you should like worry. And I do know Kylie baked, so I was gonna see like maybe the consistency changes something. So I did go ahead and bake with air spun, because I don't think she has baking powders. I didn't find them on her website. And I was looking right now and I actually saw that she does, but they're all sold out. So there was no point in checking anyways because there's none. So I went in and baked with air spun, and I just let it sit a little bit because I don't want to look too cakey. But now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. brow gel, because I'm doing this like soap brow look. I literally saw it on Madison Beer last time, and I really like how so I saw how Madison Beer did her soap brows for this Vogue interview where she did her makeup, and I really liked the way it looked. So I was like, I'm gonna try it, and this is supposed to have like a tint in it, which I was kind of scared because I never used this like little thing before. And I was just so scared it was gonna like do really bad because you have to brush them up a little bit harshly. So yeah. I went ahead and got two Kylie bronzers. The first one is khaki. I don't know if that's how you say it. Khaki, cakey. I don't know. And Tequila Tan, which I know it's Kylie's, the one she uses, Tequila Tan, and it's a little bit tanner. But something I noticed is that the shades do not match the box, which that's a little bit confusing because I was expecting something a little bit darker for like the summer. The packaging is really cute. It looks really like nice, really simple. Kylie, just Kylie in the bag. But the bag is really misleading, and the picture in her website too, because you can see that Tequila Tan is way lighter than it looks in the back. If you want to like compare them, super lighter than what it looks in the back. I was expecting something a little bit darker that I could work with, and khaki is the same, extremely lighter than it looks in the back. So that's really misleading for the blushes and bronzers. For me, my skin tone changes Like right now, I am like the palest I get. Like that's literally the lightest I get ever, and it's not even light. But when I do get really tan, it's in the summer when I go out. Now this year didn't happen because Corona, and I was just in out. But if you put them together, you can see that they're really similar, and just literally Tequila Tan and Khaki are really similar. So if you want to go ahead and get her bronzers, I recommend that if you're my skin tone, you go with Tequila Tan because it is really not even dark at all. Khaki is super light, so Khaki definitely, I don't know how I'm gonna use that, but it is really light. Now I'm using Tequila Tan, and I did found it that it was a little bit like chalky at the beginning when you were like using it with the brush, but then it was applying really nicely, and I could see that you only need like a coat to like cover up the face, and I'm just working with them because I haven't used them before. So yeah, if I had to rate this bronzer, I will give it an 8 out of 10. It is definitely not the best bronzer, and if you don't want to go ahead and spend $20 on this, you definitely are best off with Physicians Formula. You want a little bit more pigment, a little bit more shade, more buttery, more bronzier. Definitely go get this. And honestly, this sounds rude, but Kylie Cosmetics is really hyped up, and I'm not saying it's overhyped because she has amazing products. Like her lip kits are really good, but you don't necessarily need to buy this because this is not the best in the world. It is not even highly rated on her page or Ulta. I don't know what the whole hype is about, but the only thing they're selling you here is the name Kylie. But if you want to go ahead, you go ahead and purchase it. Honestly, the blush is the shade Baddie on the Block, and again, they basically have the same packaging for all their bronzers, highlighters, blushes. And I'm not a really blush person. I just don't like it. So I was like, this looks like a really pinky shade I would try. But once you get it out, it looks more peachy, really peachy. Nothing like the bag again. That's literally nothing like the bag. So Kylie, I don't know, but your pictures are really misleading. And I was really kind of expecting something else. I'm not mad. But yeah, I wanted something a little bit pinkier, and it looks really chalky on the brush. But when you apply it, it applies really good. So I really did like this blush. A lot of people said it was chalky, so I was scared. But it is really good. It's really good. And I was really impressed that it does look chalky, but once you apply it, it looks like a nice tint blush. But if you definitely want the shade Baddie on the Block and the one in the back, that's definitely not the shade that is telling you. So go ahead and get something a little bit darker, in my opinion, just because Baddie on the Block is like super light and does not have the pigment it tells you at all. The pigment's there, you know, it's just lighter. Because if you're looking for a blush, a lot of people like a lot of blush. I don't like a lot of blush. That's so like totally fine. Because if I would have gotten like a real pink one, I would be scared because I just don't like that. I feel I look like a clown with blush, and a lot of people rock blush. I just don't. But yeah, it looks really good. It looks okay. So I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10 just because the shade in the back was misleading. I went and got I went ahead and got her highlighter, which are on her website right now. I actually just checked, so they're restocked. I got it in the shade Ice Me Out or Icy Me Out. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it on the screen. Ice Me Out. Okay, that sounds like meow. But honestly, I was really impressed by her highlighters because I used a really thin brush. Because I did feel them before I started the video, and I did feel that they were, especially the highlighter, was really buttery, and it's really good. So if honestly I had to choose between the blush, the bronzer, and the highlighter, I would definitely go for the highlighter because it is one of the best highlighters. The pigment is there, definitely there, since I tried on the first like brush I did. Really pigmented, really pigmented. The shade is really beautiful, and I feel like this shade complements all skin tones. Definitely my favorite shade. I was kind of like, this looks a little bit too dark in the picture. Maybe it's not like that. Not dark at all. Looks super good. Again, it is not the same shade that the packages mentioned, but the shades are good. So I was okay with that because they're not super off. But other than that, Kylie, you need to get the shades in the back right, please. Just because that's really misleading to people. The shades in the back are nothing like the ones in the package. I don't know why. I don't know if that was a mistake or something, but that is really like not okay because you're misleading people. Don't know what they're buying. They think they're getting something and they're getting something totally different. So yeah, that's my only like thing for everything. And I don't even know for the concealer. The concealer didn't even have like a shade on the top that I remember. But other than that, it was pretty good. I would rate like the whole Kylie Cosmetics thing an 8.5 out of 10. More like an 8 just because of the packaging again. It is really misleading, so that's a thing I didn't like at all. I went ahead and I curled my lashes and I just used this Sky High Mascara by Maybelline. Again, Kylie does not have mascaras, but I would really excited to try out her mascaras if she did have some, so I hope she gets some soon. And I also got the Kylie Lipstick because I wanted to try her matte liquid lipsticks before, and I tried them. They were really good, so I was just like, oh, I want to give it a try in the lipstick. I got the shade Nova. That's supposedly like a nude one. In the packaging, again, when you take out the lipstick, looks a little bit different, not super off like the blushes and the highlighters and bronzers, but it is a little bit off. And I noticed there was like a crack on the bottom. I don't know why, and it just says Kylie in it. It's really buttery, but the shade's a little bit too pink, more pink than the one that it shows. So yeah, again, the packaging, just don't get super lead on by the packaging. I recommend to look more at the way that it looks inside than in the packaging, or if you're able to get it in store, get it in store. And if you're able to see the swatches, definitely so you can see the shades better. But if not, just try to see that most of the shades they're giving you in the back are not accurate at all, so don't follow those because that's not accurate. And then this is me realizing that it was not really what I expected because the shade was too light, but you can't really see it on camera. And this is the finished look. Again, Kylie Cosmetics is really good, but I would just recommend if the packaging in the back was accurate. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to subscribe down below. We're so close to 600. That's crazy. And give it a big thumbs up. I'll leave everything in the description, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.